I started 2020 with good intentions by setting out my flying goals, watching fledgling pilots and meeting new people, some of which had been on the cards for quite some time. Off to a steady start, I attended my first PMC fly-in, located by the River Severn. That weekend really sticks in my mind for some of the best flying I'd had to date. The morning mist was breathtaking, company even better, and I'd managed my first foot drag, to which I spent most of my remaining flights that weekend perfecting. Let's not forget Paul's reluctance to be saved by the Coast Guard. Always treating each flight as a learning experience, occasionally it's your attitude and not your skill you improve, and sometimes you need to rein yourself in before something seriously bad happens. A lot happened that weekend, but unexpectedly to any of us, it would be the last flying, let alone fly-in, that would happen for a long time.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades, and this country is not alone. All over the world, we're seeing the devastating impact of this invisible killer. You must stay at home.
It would be 74 days until I had my next available chance to fly. It's surprising how perishable of a skill flying actually is. Although, the same day I passed my BHBA Club Pilot exam, and with several short flights, I was back, current, and foot to the floor once again. Regardless of the new restrictions COVID-19 had bestowed upon us, it rendered an opportunity not normally possible. Who would have thought entire airports would be shut down? Flying in once restricted busy airspace as if it was just a large field with a few birds knocking about was something novel. That video gained some good publicity for the sport. Oh yeah, and you guys also seem to like the landing. Honestly, looking back over this year's flight logs and footage I've captured makes me extremely thankful to be able to share the skies with some great friends. Paramotoring has also enabled me to see some amazing sights from a perspective that's not shared by many. To keep this humble, it goes without saying I took plenty of tumbles this year. Broke a few props, and even managed to chop a hole in my glider. But most importantly, I learnt from those mistakes. Two others that were about to start their learning were Tom and Mark, who, after 4 years since we first started learning together, finally took their first flights. Although this wasn't due to lack of trying, sometimes life gets in the way. Regardless, it's great to finally share the skies with you boys. Amidst all of this, I still had room for some adventures, like picking up a pumpkin for some festive pie, visiting Fat Paramotor Guy's new home, boasting a big enough garden to land in, and even flying to pick up a van to convert into a camper.
You're definitely fucking crazy.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that series coming soon. Before the year was up, it was time to upgrade the Bulldog Paramotor with an Atom 80, a serious cross-country duo that has and will enable some challenging adventures this year. The Bulldog Atom 80 combo also proved itself in the 2020 British Open Paramotor Championships. I'd previously dismissed competitions as they had always seemed inaccessible, daunting, and requiring a top level of skill. It was only the club pilot class that was introduced last year which tempted me in, and I'm glad it did. It truly changed my flying. I learnt so much, it's given me huge amounts of confidence planning cross-country flights, and I came away with my BHBA pilot's rating. The Roadster has been great for my first year of flying, but since being captivated by the competition and left hungry to compete in the main championship this year, a more suited glider was in order. Thank you to everyone that has helped me make my decision, either by allowing me to try their gliders or offering me their experience. I finally settled on a Nucleon WRC. That's another video yet to come. Considering the championship is a main focus of my flying for 2021, I finished off the year by practicing various competition tasks before we were all thrown into yet another lockdown. However, I consider myself extremely fortunate that flying has been a viable possibility in a year gone bad. It has been tough for us all. However, it is these silver linings that keep us going. Let me know what your 2020 silver lining has been. Make sure you leave a comment below. And finally, thank you to those that have helped me along my journey, those that have shared their invaluable experience, those I've shared the skies with, and those that have watched my adventures unfold right here on YouTube. Thank you to everyone. Here's to a hopeful future.